Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and I so appreciate you being here with me. So today I'm going to read on our week coming up, starting October 24th through the 30th. So Sunday the 24th through Saturday the 30th, right up against Halloween. So let's see how the week will go for us. Let me get the camera dropped down and get started. Okay, so I'm using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot by Lo Scarabeo, and I'm starting with all the cards upright, but now I need to allow for reversals. And I have raised my camera up, or the tripod up, so that I'm going to do 2 cards for each day of the week and get you through the whole 7 days of the week. Okay, so let me get my question, get the energy and consciousness, set the intention into the cards. So again, of course, this is for Sunday, October 24th through Saturday, October 30th. And as always, what is it that we need to know to heal, to come home to who we truly are, to experience the truth of our love and power and peace within, of course, in our own unique way. Okay. Okay, so here we go with Sunday. Monday. Oh my goodness. I swear. Oh, there we go. Well, there's one upright. Not the one we'd want upright, though. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, no, this one right here. Okay. Thursday. Friday. And Saturday. Well, you know, I have to tell you guys I just did our members only for the week, and they were tough cards too. And I honestly, I just have to say, I hope that when a lot of reversals come through like this, it's not about tough times, but it's more about learning what the reversals mean. And it's just a lesson in the cards. So please, nobody take any of this on or set yourself up for a challenging week just because I got a bunch of reversals. Instead, let it be a learning opportunity for the card meanings. Because I'm going to go through all the possibilities of what this could be. Okay, hoping there's not too much of a glare right there. Okay, so let's grab the chopstick here. Okay, so for Sunday with the 6 of Cups reversed, well, sometimes this card has to do with being stuck in the past, but other times it comes through when we are clearly moving into a new level of independence. Independence. Now, with that in combination with the Death card reversed, well, goodness, this could be feeling stuck, holding on to something because there's a fear of change. Yeah, because the Death card, when it's straight up, is a major change card. So, if you're afraid of change, and if you find yourself holding on, just know that it's an echo from the past. The 6 of Cups is always about the past, and it can be our childhood wounding, our deepest trauma that we're working through. So to be very, very gentle with yourself, and just know that you're healing something from the past, where you can release it and be much, much more independent. And there's no reason to fear change. There's absolutely no reason to fear change. What can help the most when we're in that place where we're stuck and we're afraid of change, it's usually because we don't know what the future's going to bring. Well, I'm here to tell you that we would be so bored if we all knew everything that was going to happen. There would be no mystery to life. There would be no excitement. There would be no, it would be literally boring. So don't be afraid of change. But the way that you can ease yourself through a situation anytime that you're feeling stuck is to focus in on, what do you really want? And a lot of times we go through life not knowing what we want, and we feel kind of, like we're in limbo. And that's okay. If that happens, pray for inspiration. Don't pray like, oh, please bring me inspiration. Call in your guides, call in your guardian angels, or if you don't even believe in anything like that at all, then call upon yourself to inspire you and say, thank you for the inspiration I need to move forward. And that'll turn it around. That will turn it around. Your intentions going out into the universe are met with energy wrapped around them. The universe is bound by law to receive us. So if we consciously say we want to be okay with change, we want to move forward on our healing path, then, and we really truly mean it, it will come. The opportunities will come. And they sometimes will come very quickly. And then that's especially true when you're learning that your intentions really matter and they do connect with something greater than you. But yeah, okay, so moving forward, so that's Sunday. Then Monday, with the Empress reversed, well, we might be in a little bit of a challenging place where we're feeling a little like maybe there's too many people dependent on us and kind of pulling on us. Excuse me. There's that possibility sometimes when she comes through reversed. We might be feeling a little bit insecure, like, oh God, can I handle all this, right? Sometimes we're feeling like we don't have the money we need because, she's ruled by Venus. We don't have all the food we need. We're feeling very challenged. If that's the case, reach out. Look for food banks. Look for, any type of support, because you can turn this around, because the food is there. It's just getting it to the people who need it is the challenge. And, reaching out and asking for help is the first step to getting your needs met, getting your real needs met. If it has to do with, sometimes it can have to do with, that feeling overwhelmed. So if that's the case, be willing to delegate and set some limits and some boundaries around your energy levels, so that you can take good care of your body. Because, if you can't get out from under a little too much of a pull on you, it'll pull on your creativity and that pulls on your life force. And especially for women and for moms. I mean, most people don't understand how much energy it takes to hold. The women are the receivers in the family and in the relationships, and the women hold space for the entire relationship, whether it's just your spouse or husband, other, significant other, or a whole family. It takes a lot. It really does. So love yourself through this, whatever it is. And hopefully it's just a lesson in what the what the Empress reverse means, right? Because it can be all about dependence, somebody dependent on you or you being dependent on someone else, and it causes, a disharmony in the flow. Now, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, that really brings in that element of being very careful of needing to not neglect your own health. The Pentacles usually have to do with money and body issues. So, any type of sustainability is a question when we have a reversal. So be careful again, because both of these cards are about dependence. And being careful so that you don't have too many people dependent on you or you're not dependent on them, to nurture independence and not be afraid of letting go and, fully standing on our own 2 feet. But we're all interdependent on each other, to remember that. So I feel like this really has more to do, though, with allowing yourself to not worry so much, to let go of worrying. Because if we're worried about money and we're worried about getting our real needs met, the only thing that we're bringing in is just more need to worry, because we'll have more of the universe mirroring, more of life mirroring back to us what's going on within. So just to let it be a lesson to turn it around and get into, just look at the images on this card. Not only is she, usually she's pregnant, right? And pomegranates on her robe are all about the richness of life, the fruits of life that are rich. But this is supposed to be a cornfield down here, and look at the richness of she has everything she needs, and a crown full of stars, right? It's amazing. Yeah. So when we can tap into the abundance of life, we will have more abundance in life. When we believe that we deserve all the abundance in life, we will have more abundance in life. We can't create abundance from lack. So if we don't have everything that we need at this time, let's be really grateful for what we do have. You can turn it around immediately that way by just looking at all that you do have and making some adjustments and not worrying about it. And then moving forward into Tuesday, this is where we have to be careful not to, but it's also an opportunity to notice where we can create our own self-created prison. And it's all in her mind. These wraps can come off around her if all she has to do is shake her arms and they'll fall free, and then she can take her blindfold off. Her feet are not bound. This is all in the mind. And it's the reason we get into these places is because our belief system is being mirrored back to us, and it's an opportunity to just shake it off and let it go. Shake it off and let it go. We are not trapped. We are not isolated. There is no reason to feel hopeless, no reason to feel powerless, and no reason to ever go into this victim state of blaming something outside of ourselves. That is the real meaning of this card, is to remember that we create our own reality, and it's based on our beliefs. So when we receive or experience things in life that we don't like, we can just say, well, you know what? I'm not perfect. Life isn't perfect. I can just shake it off. And then I can also ask, well, maybe there's something inside of me that's aligned with that type of a belief. And then you can turn it around. You can turn it around. And then it changes your reality. And, every step of the way you can feel into that and change your reality. And that's especially true when we're up against with the King of Wands below. I like that she's above better. The other way around would be a very abusive situation. But the King of Wands reversed comes in when we're on the less or the least challenging part of this card is just when we're not effective. So our self-created prisons will not be effective in life the way we want it to be. We have to get out of that. We have to lift ourselves out of that frame of mind to turn this around. And then when we turn the King of Wands around, once that's done, we are in our authority. But meanwhile, this will be ineffective. But that's okay because we know why right up here. So turning those false beliefs around is just imperative. And if this is a person, this could be somebody who's been, that we had the blinders on about, and they've been disloyal. They haven't been doing what they've said they were going to do. And now you know that their words don't match their actions. And it's like, okay, well, at least now I know. And you will pull yourself out of that abusive situation. And you won't allow yourself to be in it anymore. Now, moving forward by midweek, so Wednesday, with the Tower reversed, I'd rather have this card reversed than straight up, unless it's just breaking through your false self. Then I actually love this card. But on the mundane levels, when the Tower comes through reverse, we've usually gotten out from under something that could have really been awful. But again, sometimes it's just like it's read just like the Death card, where you're afraid of change. So if that fear of change is creeping in, just know it's going to keep you in a place where you don't have the life force to move forward. And fear can, just remember, it's that acronym for false evidence appearing real. And it's not based in reality. It's just not at all. It's not based in reality. It keeps us stuck in a dualistic place of feeling like life is either or rather than it's and. We're always thinking in dualistic consciousness, we're in that realm of thinking it's good or bad, it's right or wrong, there's pleasure and pain, or pleasure or pain, it's one or the other. There's winners and there's losers, or it's winner versus loser. And of course, life and death, right? Or life or death. Well, put and in the middle, right? To rectify that duality, we need to accept that it's both. There's good and bad. There's right and wrong, pleasure and pain. And just because there's somebody winning and somebody losing doesn't mean that you're a loser, right? And just because we're in pain doesn't mean that we can't, in 10 minutes from now, be in some form of pleasure. Especially if we meet the pain and then just go, oh, it doesn't make me wrong. It doesn't make me bad if I'm in pain. It doesn't make me bad if I'm wrong. Say those things to yourself and then turn it around. That brings you into your own inner unity, if you can do that. And that's especially what's needed when we have the Page of Swords reversed, because, oh goodness, the swords are all about, thoughts and communications and thinking patterns and cutting through things. So when the Page of Swords comes through reversed, we have to be careful from people that are playing mind games and our own mind games as well. And we can cut through it and turn things around if we're willing to change. If we're willing to have change come through in our lives and not have those fears control us anymore. We can turn this Ace of Wands right around. As soon as we decide to accept that life is change, and we can work through anything that comes along our way, because we're not so afraid of life anymore. We don't let life throw us around. We don't let life beat us up. We're not afraid of feeling all of our feelings. So therefore, why would we be afraid of change? Because it's working through the feelings that brings the change. Working through the emotional reactions is what brings us into our pure feelings, which guide us in the right direction. But with Thursday here with this Page of Swords, there definitely could be somebody who's like all talk and no action, and maybe is bringing in some bad news, trying to manipulate the situation, because they've been kind of disloyal and ineffective there. And with the Sun reversed, well, you have to be careful because sometimes it can bring in some depression. It's when the Sun's reversed, it's usually negative, like negativity coming through. And again, no action here, no action here, no action here. Mind games, manipulation, afraid of, something, afraid of change. So, we have to, in order to turn this around, we have to stop feeling like a failure, stop being pessimistic about life, and be willing to go towards what you really, really want. And if you don't know yet what you really want, this is the time to explore it and get in touch with it and pray for inspiration. Set yourself in the place of, I will be inspired. I am inspired by the world and others around me, and go towards where, there's more life force. And then Friday comes in with the Page of Pentacles straight up, saying, oh, well, okay, I can get things back to normal. I might be juggling, still healing from this, and I might be juggling, but at least I'm not in fear anymore. And I'm trying to move forward and juggle life. There can be a renegotiation with all aspects of material life when this card is straight up. But with this King of Cups reversed, we do have to be careful that we're not doing it just to manipulate our emotions or someone else's emotions. Because, again, there can be a lack of tolerance here, and there can even be somebody who's kind of just trying to cheat to get what they want. But if that's what has been a reality for you, then Saturday we have this opportunity to grieve the past. And don't pay as much attention to everything that you've lost, but definitely go through the grieving process, because you can't create new change until you have gone through the grief. And meet it whenever it comes up, because it comes up in waves, right? It comes up in cycles. It bubbles up from within in ways that we don't have any control over, and nor should we. You never know what can set you off, that what will remind you of something. And it's okay. Just meet the pain, be with it. But then turn around and notice, lift yourself up once you've gone through the grief, and then notice all that you still have, and be willing to cross over this bridge to a whole new life and come back home to yourself. That's what this card is truly about. And with the Page of Pentacles upright to end the week, set by Saturday, some point on Saturday, it's all about focusing on a brand new plan in life that brings you into more abundance. Maybe you're wanting to study more, study harder, research better. Maybe it's about studying spiritual law. Anything that leads you towards a new goal, having that ambition to go for something. It might be, because we're dealing with usually money and body, things here, and sustainability. It could be going to your boss and asking for a raise, or asking for a promotion that will lead to a raise, something like that. After you've worked through all of this fear, it's about going for it, right? Right? And then you keep stepping forward, moving forward. The King of Pentacles the Knight of Pentacles comes after, and he just kind of plods along, but he keeps going. He doesn't give up. So never give up on yourself. Of course, grieving will free up the life force so that you can move forward. And I so look forward to your comments, you guys. Let me know how this week goes for you. And like I said to my members only, we had a lot of reversals too. So I think it's going to be a kind of a challenging week. But it's going to be a week where we put our feet down and say, or one foot down at least, and say, okay, no more of this. I'm not going backwards. I'm going forward. I might have to cry myself through it, but I'm going to go. But, like I said to them, please, let me know. I'm hoping that this is really just an exercise in how to read reversals, because look how many we have here, right? But I look forward to knowing like how it was for you this week as you get through it and as you're going through it day by day. Feel free to comment as many times as you need to keep us posted, and we'll all love each other through this. Love ourselves through this, right? Yeah, that's what it's always about. Okay. All right. Thank you. Take good care, you guys. Bye.